All right, Penny, are you going to come up here with me? Tell everybody about 5 wishes? Hi, everybody. It's been a while, I know. I had a family emergency, and hopefully the emergency is over and everything's better. I will explain that to you in the next video. But for right now, we are going to go over the living will. And I know you're probably thinking, well, I already did a living will with the Advance Directives, because the Advance Directives was the healthcare proxy, the living will, and sometimes an organ donation information. But the living will that was in the Advance Directive basically only goes over a few medical situations. And in reality, we are so much more than just a few medical situations. We have needs that far extend that, like emotional and spiritual needs that need to be addressed at the end of life, or, well, pretty much any time in life. So I wanted to recommend 2 things for you that will help guide your healthcare proxy in making decisions for you if it ever happens that you need assistance in that area and you become incapacitated or something like that. Then your designated healthcare agent has a lot more information to go on. And plus, these are really important questions to kind of ask yourself, and they'll get you thinking a little bit more about your wants and your needs and your future. So the first thing is 5 wishes. This is a legal document. All states pretty much recognize this as a legal document. There are a few that don't fully recognize it if it's not, I think you have to get it notarized or something. Otherwise, you can just have a few witnesses sign it. And Missouri, North Carolina, South Carolina, and West Virginia require you to notarize it. Other than that, there are just a few hoops in other states that you may have to go through, but otherwise it is widely recognized and it's a legal document. So 5 wishes. Why just 5? I have no idea, because I have so many more wishes than just this. So that's why I'm going to recommend the second thing to you. But first, I'll briefly go over what is in the 5 wishes. Number 1 is basically the designation of like who you want to make health care decisions for you. So you sort of went through that already with the proxy. The second wish is your wish for the kind of medical treatment you want or don't want. And it's not as simple as me just saying that. There are a bunch of check boxes and different scenarios that you have to think about and go through. Wish 3, my wish for how comfortable you want to be. So do you just totally want to be knocked out, don't want to be conscious at all, don't want to feel anything? Or do you want kind of the other end of the spectrum, not that many pain meds, so that you're fully conscious, fully able to speak to your loved ones? And because some people really want to be like fully aware of everything, and they want to be able to be lucid and speak to their loved ones. Wish 4, my wish for how I want people to treat me, which I hope is good. I hope we all want to be treated like the best possible. I hope they wish to be cared for with kindness, cheerfulness, and not sadness. I wish to have pictures of my loved ones in my room near my bed. It just goes through a whole list of maybe things that you hadn't thought about before, but You know, you read through and you're like, I want that, yes, or I don't really care about that. So yeah, there's a lot to think about in here. So wish 5, my wish for what I want my loved ones to know. So there's some fill in the blanks here. So those are your 5 wishes. This is not a genie in a bottle. You don't get unlimited wishes. You just get 5. But here's a great thing. It's cake.com. So you would go to www.joincake.com. They sort of pick up after 5 wishes and give you a whole bunch of more wishes. The reason why I want you to fill out like a paper document and go to Cake is if something happens to you, God forbid, if something happens to you, your loved ones are not going to remember that you sent them your profile on Cake years ago in an email. They're not going to be thinking about an email in an emergency. So it'd be good to have like a paper document just to help them figure out what to do. What is nice about Cake is you go through their living will, you can email it to your loved ones. You can also, though, print it out. So ideally, you would have this in your binder, and you'd also have a copy of it on your in your folder on your refrigerator. And you would do the same with this Cake document is that you would print it out. And, oh, my dog Penny is just staring at me with love in her eyes. Come up here. You want to say hi? I actually filmed this earlier, but she was so naughty and talked through the whole thing that I just gave up. And I don't know, maybe I'll put it up sometime as like a, I don't know, what not to do in a video, because she just like barked through the whole thing. And you could tell like I was at my last, like almost ready to snap, but I didn't. Now she's got her little collar on her so that if she makes a peep, then she gets, you know, a little beep at her. Anyways, come on, Penny, come on up. Come on up. The world wants to see how cute you are. You come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Nobody wants to talk about death and destruction without seeing your cute little face. She is the queen of death and destruction, actually, because she likes to kill things, don't you? You like little baby bunnies. Yeah, she's pretty evil. She looks really cute, but man, you're a naughty girl. Anyways, Cake. Back to Cake. I don't know why they made a website that sounds delicious when it's all about death. I don't know. Maybe it's having your cake and eating it too. I don't know. But they did. So Cake goes over. It has a bunch of different prompts. This is actually kind of fun to fill out. And they ask really strange questions. And I like what they ask. It's stuff that you wouldn't normally think about. And they interlaced with that is really practical questions too, like what you want to happen to your body after you die, what details of your funeral are important to you, like music, food, what you're wearing and things like that, what you'd like people to give in your honor, where you want your funeral to take place. So this is all good stuff that will guide your loved ones through the process of like what you'd want, instead of them having to try to guess or figure out what you'd want in a funeral. You have it all mapped out here. So that's nice. I'd like a bench in a location of my choice. That's an option. I'd like to be buried in a casket, cremated, what you'd want like said about you at your funeral or memorial event, like any poetry or anything read. You can outline it all here. They have a legacy section. What physical markers do you want established in your honor? What do you want to be remembered for? Before I die, I would like to skydive is a question. So like I was saying, they ask some interesting questions. And no, I don't think I would want to skydive. With my luck, that would be how I go. My parachute would just not open. Let's see. Yeah, they ask a lot of cool stuff. I would want people to donate in my memory to the philanthropic cause I care about, and what cause is that? Let's see. I won't go through all this, but they do have, I wanted to get to a part, and seeing Penny makes me, reminds me about this part is pets. So it outlines what who you want to care for your pets. If your pets have any healthcare issues that people should know about, any medications, where they are, really important stuff. So it addresses that. Digital information, what you want done with your photos, your Facebook profile, accounts when you die, and we'll get into that a little bit more because I think I'm going to set up a spreadsheet that will go over a lot of the accounts, passwords, usernames, all that stuff, so that in the case of an emergency, and I've had to go through this recently with my father, in case of an emergency, your loved one can get into things like your computer and access things that are needed. So I'm going to be making like some sort of document that you can put in your binder, and that will help your loved ones a lot. So yeah, that's cake, and hopefully that's helpful. So yeah, you should do 5 wishes, because that is a legally recognized document. Not that cake isn't. I'm not sure if cake is or isn't, but cake's a good one just to help outline for your family your really detailed wishes, so they don't have to guess. And plus, the questions are so interesting that it's really kind of fun to fill out. So I will have both of these linked in my blog post. This document, I think, is $5 online, and they send it to you. Also, I am thinking about creating a binder to sell to everyone who wants one that has the healthcare proxy, the living will, the 5 wishes, all in them, plus all the other stuff that I'll be making in the future, like the spreadsheet and things like that. So if you feel like you don't want to get the 5 wishes right now, I might be selling like a completed binder program that will have the 5 wishes in there. But who knows? With me, it'll probably take forever for me to do. But I did source all the materials, and I found all eco-friendly stuff, which was cool. I never thought I could find an eco-friendly binder or eco-friendly sheet protectors. So I actually found those. So we'll see. And for right now, I will admit something. Since I had some family issues recently, a family emergency, this is where I do my confession. I'm confessing to you. I don't know how many Hail Marys you want me to do, but I'll do as many as you want. I didn't get to finish my Advance Directives, so I'm a little bit behind. If you are, don't feel bad. I am as well. But it's never too late, and it's not too late. So let's get on it, and in the next video, I'm going to tell you why it's so important to get on these things. Yeah, so I'm going to be filming these videos back to back. I'm not going to change, so you're going to see like the same old boring me. But yeah, so I will see you in a little while. But do your 5 wishes, do your cake, have your cake, and I will see you. And Penny's off camera, but she looks really cute. Little killer Penny. All right.